up, guys? We are heading into week 8 of prep. It's now Tuesday. I just got to Body Ambition. I am gonna try and bang out my cardio first. It's about 7:35, so I got like 10 minutes to make this video. I got a lot to say, as always. So, yeah, we're heading into week 8. Last week was kind of a tough week. I didn't pick up the camera at all. I decided not to film any of the Halloween stuff. The week just got started and I started rolling and I never picked up the camera. And then we got to Wednesday with the party with Maya, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I have a really hard time being present with her. You know, the phone is always in my hand, or this is rolling, or you know, like I do have moments with her, but I really had a moment with her on Wednesday where she wasn't really socializing with the other kids, which is strange for her because she's a social butterfly. So she was kind of like doing her own thing. So I wanted to be with her and she wanted to be with me. So I actually just left my phone. I didn't take any pictures until the very end when the kids were all together. No videos, nothing. I just was present with her and I spent the Halloween party with her. So it was kind of nice, you know. So I didn't film any of that, but she had a ton of fun. She loved it. We went trick-or-treating on Sunday. If you didn't watch my Instagram, she was Boo from Monsters Inc. I was Mike Wazowski and my husband was Sully. So I thought it was cute and I thought we looked cute. So we had a nice Halloween and weekend and everything. As for like the prep stuff, everything's still the same. I actually just checked in with my coach yesterday. No changes or anything. But I did hit kind of a wall last week. I started, I think it was on Wednesday, to feel like a little tired. And you know, you're tired all the time because you're a mom and you're all over the place and you're working hard in the gym. Life is go, 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 right? But last week was a little bit different. I hit that wall where like I felt drained and I felt tired, and I woke up, I think it was Thursday morning, I woke up feeling just so, not even sick, just drained and like no energy. And I had a pretty light day. I only had, I had one PT, another check-in, and then I had to teach a class. So I reached out to my boss and my coworker and asked if, you know, they could cover. I actually took the entire day off. I didn't do any workout. I have 6 lifts, and one of them is a rest day or my lift of choice. So it's normally shoulders. But I didn't even do that. I took a rest day. I did do my cardio because, let's face it, I have to get the cardio in. And honestly, like, a lot of people ask me, like, what's the difference between prep and lifestyle? Like, what's different? Like, you're just working out, right? No. Prep is like, you got to get it done. So if I didn't do my cardio Thursday when I didn't feel that great, I would have had to do it, Thursday, and do 40 minutes of cardio, and that wasn't ideal. So, like, the main difference is, like, there's no excuses. You work out when you're sick, unless you're, like, you know, you have like chest pain or anything like that. Like, you still push through everything, you know, like you get it done. That rant I had, the first and second video, it all still reigns true, you know what I mean? Like, there is no excuses when you're doing a prep. When you step on that stage, you want to know that you gave it your all. You don't want to look back and be like, well, that was one time where I didn't do that cardio. There's no doubts when you step on the stage. You want to make sure you did everything. So that's kind of you know, always in the back of my head. So I did do my cardio. I felt like shit after. I you know, felt like just shaky, but I got it done, and I actually woke up Friday feeling a little bit better. But still, I thought that rest day would be, you know, just what I needed. But nope, Friday I actually felt like shit still. I went to the gym. I wasn't feeling my leg day. You know, I'm still not doing pre-workout. I'm just just caffeine in the morning, like not as a pre-workout, but like before, and I take a pump. So it might be time to start adding pre-workout. But I got to the gym and I was just kind of like sluggish. It took me a while to get started. I was chatting with some of the girls, and so it took me a while to get going. And I remember I didn't want to be there. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I just feel like shit. I should just call my coach or text my coach and say, I need a break. Like, I need either a cheat meal or I need something. Because we'll talk about cheat meals in a minute. And I needed something. And, you know, you have that thought, you push it aside, you get to work, period. There's, like I said, there's no excuses. So I started my workout, and what ended up happening was I PR'd on everything. My weight went up, not so I took it as an opportunity, like, I don't want to be here. I'm not just gonna go through the motions, because when you just go through the motions, it kind of makes things worse. You're kind of just like, hey, let's just do it. No, so what I did instead, which I usually don't recommend for my clients, but you know, I looked at my logbook and I said, okay, for example, what did I have? Lunges. Okay, last time I did 35s. Picking up the 40s. Not even doing the first rep with 35s. I picked up those 40s and I did it. And because I know what I'm capable of, and I'm not going to let my mind, just because I feel sluggish one day, I'm not going to let anything stop me. So my goal is always progressive overload. So instead of, you know, normally what I do is I'll take the 35s, get through the first set, then I'll like, okay, should I increase? You know, you kind of gauge how you're feeling. Nope, I just dove right in. I PR'd on almost everything except for my dumbbell step-ups, because my SI joint, I just need to be careful. But everything else, my 6 other exercises, 7 exercises, all increased in weight, and I walked out of the gym feeling fantastic. I did have to do my cardio right after, so I was tired. But yeah, so I did have a moment last week, and I was gonna film on Friday after the gym too, but honestly guys, like, I was just too tired to even pick it up. Like, if I don't have any energy behind me, I don't know if you guys would watch it. You know, it gets kind of like boring, but I want to be as transparent as possible with this filming and the journey and everything, but I also I want my privacy too. I'm never gonna be that person who's having a moment and picks up the camera and shows you my moment. You know, I'll tell you about the moments I'm having. I'll be honest, and I'll tell you that, like, I had a rough week and I almost cried, and I did cry, and oh, this happened and that happened. But you know, if you're here to see me suffer in person, that's probably not gonna happen. Because again, like, it's my moments, it's some privacy I want, and I want to work through them the way that I work through them, and that's not on camera. You know, like, I tried to pick up the camera and be honest and film, and I couldn't do it. So instead, I'd rather just kind of have my moment and work through it the way that I know how, and then kind of just tell you guys about it. But yeah, so feeling a little bit better this week. Still feeling that rundown feeling, but definitely not as bad. I did have another rest day on Sunday. So yeah, we're going into week 8, and like I said, no cheat meals yet, which is fine. I'm not complaining, you know. I'm not really someone who needs to have one. I've been doing this for a long time, and I know, you know, what it could do to your body, you know, all the inflammation and stuff. And you know, cheat meals are good for your metabolism, but my metabolism's fine. I'm still higher on the higher calories, so you know, I'm probably at maintenance, not really in a deficit yet. So do I need a cheat meal? No. Would I like one? Sure. If I were to have one, I don't even know what I would have, you know. It's been so long. So I'm not really craving anything. I'm not complaining. I'm not asking for one. God, I will never ask for one. You know, because I assume he will tell me when I need one. So yeah, I don't know what else has been going on. Oh, I went to the bodybuilding show on Saturday. That was interesting. So first of all, we couldn't get a sitter, so I went alone, which is fine. You know, this is a lonely journey, guys. If you are thinking about bodybuilding or doing show prep or anything like that, or even fitness in general, getting healthy, it's a lonely journey. If you don't, even if you have friends in the industry, you know, people are busy, and no one ever wants to go to a show, you know what I mean? Like, unless your friends are in it. So like, I didn't really go ask anyone, but all I asked was my sister and my husband. Both said no. Well, we couldn't get a babysitter with my husband. He was more than willing to go. But it's lonely, you know what I mean? Like, you learn to make friends where you go, and you know, I've made a lot of friends in the industry at shows and stuff, but for the most part, you're doing this alone. So just keep that in mind. So I went to the show. It was fine. I didn't realize, I guess, that like with NPC, maybe this is just how this show was run, but it was basically awards at night, and that's what I went to go see. I didn't even get to see, my main purpose was to go see the Bikini girls and how they walk on stage, and you know, what they do, the quarter turns, and how they present themselves to the judges. And I didn't even get to see any of that because I got there at 5, show started at 5. I was there until 7:30, and it was all men. It was category, I guess I didn't realize that there was so many categories. Novice, A, B, C, height, weight. I'm like, oh my god, like, can we see the women? So, you know, I just sat in the back. I stayed, kept to myself. There was a big audience, a lot of people actually, but it was funny the way the show was ran. The competitors were like in the audience, which I thought was odd, because they weren't backstage. Usually the girls are backstage, you know, talking and making friends, and that's how I make some of my friends, is meeting the other competitors. And these girls were all like off in their own, so that was interesting. But aside from that, it was, I think I watched a couple girls walk out, and they wwere starting with Bikini Masters. No, they were starting with Figure Masters, so they weren't even close to the bikini category. The bikini girls were still in the audience. So I was like, I think it was like 8 o'clock, and I was like, you know, peace out. I gotta get home. Maya was already in bed, but it was like pouring rain. So I talked to my sister, and I was like, I'm gonna call you because I'm in Lynn, and it's a city, and I parked half a mile away down a random street. So I get on the phone with her, and I start walking down the street, and I see the street I'm parked on, and it had just poured, and I guess the drainage system isn't that great in Lynn. And the cars are just, I'm telling you, up to the steering wheel. You couldn't even see the steering wheel, flooded. So I had to walk all the way around the block to find my car, praying that I parked far enough away. Because, you know, when you go to find a parking spot, you're bitching that you didn't get a close enough spot. But in this case, you walked right outside the building, and all the cars were underwater. So a little bit of an anxious night overall. Then I had to drive home in the pouring rain. And it was fine. I made it home safe. And my car was not underwater. I parked just far enough away where when I got in my car, I could see cars starting to turn around as they went down the street. So just a little bit of like stress that probably didn't need, you know, but yeah, other than that, that's all that really happened last week. It was a lot of, you know, me just being tired, so I couldn't pick up the camera, and again, like, I didn't want to film every single week anyway, so it was a nice break. But we're back and we are filming. I just got to BA, like I said. I'm gonna go do my cardio really quickly. I have a couple PTs this morning. I'm gonna do legs. I think I'm gonna film my back day tomorrow. So yeah, other than that, let me know, guys, if there's anything else you want to see. I think I've done all I can with the food. Someone requested a grocery haul, so I might do that again where I'm in the store. But other than that, let me know if there's anything specific that you want to see on this channel. Nothing's changed with the food, so it's kind of boring, but whatever, let me know. Maybe I'll do a Q&A next video or this video, or we'll see how it goes, and any questions you guys have about my prep or prep in general or just competing in general. Because so we did I met with my boss yesterday, Janelle, the owner of Bonnie Ambition, and we're still working on a project. We got a lot done, so some exciting things coming, getting girls ready for show prep. So we do have a lot coming outside of my prep, but that I'll be sharing. But yeah, so all right, into week 8, gonna go do some cardio, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. Alright guys, so now it is Wednesday. I have a jam-packed day today, unexpectedly. So yeah, unexpectedly woke up sick. I had a little bit of a sore throat yesterday, but woke up this morning, I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little bit congested. So there's that. Felt kind of off yesterday too. I feel like I couldn't yell in my classes, which is not normal. Normally I can yell pretty loud, but I felt like I couldn't yell. So kind of knew something was coming, but this morning I woke up with just a little bit of congestion. And yeah, so I had to cover my boss's classes this morning. Booty pump, or booty boot camp. 2 classes this morning. Got my workout in. I did film it, so I'll probably have already put that in there. And then I taught lunch lift, got my cardio in. I just did 10 minutes of posing, so now it's 1 o'clock, Wednesday, busy morning. I have actually a haircut finally. I'm going to get my hair cut. Just a little bit off, just to make it healthy again. At 2:30, so I'm gonna run home, shower. I should probably go to the grocery store, but I'm not going to because I'm probably not gonna have time. But my hairdresser's actually on the way home, so I'm gonna run home, shower, come back here, and then by that time I probably have to come right back here. I have a 4:30 PT, a class, and then a 6:15 PT. So here all day today, and yeah, so a long day, but even though I'm a little sick, I actually feel pretty good considering. So energy was a little bit low in the classes, so if you guys took my classes this morning, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm sick. So yeah, just, you know, here and there days like this pop up where it's unexpected that like you have to cover someone, or you know, you make appointments and you forget. I didn't forget about my appointment, but you know, it happens. So just a busy Wednesday. Maya's at daycare. My mom's gonna pick her up probably around 3 or 4, and then be with her tonight. And then tomorrow I do have a jam-packed morning as well. So just rolling right into it. And then I'm actually just doing virtual stuff on Friday. So nice little break, but still a lot of work to do. So yep, that's it for now. It's now Saturday. I was gonna end the video earlier in the week, but I decided to come on here because there was something I wanted to chat about. I'm not really sure what's going on at this light. I'm parked. I just got to Body Ambition. It's 8:45 Saturday morning. There's a tree in the light. I don't know, the sun's coming in. I tried to block it with this thing. It's not working. So anyway, we're gonna have to deal with it. So I look like a leopard. I don't know. But one thing I wanted to talk about in this video, just after doing some check-ins yesterday and at the request of one of my clients, I wanted to talk about falling off track. So, you know, this is something that happens often, actually quite a bit, more than you think. You know, I preach the, you know, get it done, no excuses mentality all the time. Sorry, this is really bothering me. I preach that mentality all the time of like, just do it. I don't understand. Like, if you want something, get it done. Especially where I'm in prep, there's no excuses. You just get it done. Like how I felt last week. You just do. You don't think, you just do. One of my favorite quotes is, don't think, just execute. Because when you start thinking about it too much, it changes your mind and your perspective and everything. So don't think, just do. But you know, I understand as a coach and as someone who used to just not do prep that it's lifestyle, and lifestyle is totally different. What you guys have to understand is that your progress it's part of your life. It's part of your journey. It's never gonna be linear. It's never just gonna, the weight's never just gonna keep going down. First of all, there's so many things that impact your weight. So the number on the scale doesn't mean shit. You know what I mean? How much salt you had, whether you had your meal late. There's so many things that impact that number that like, just forget that for a minute. But say you do go off the rail and you overeat. You went out to an event, you had everything planned, you prepped everything, but something changed in the minute that you were there that made you go off track. And whatever the reason, fine. But know that it happens, you know what I mean? Like, that's normal. And what do you do when you do go off track? The first thing everyone does is over-exercise. And I have to tell you, that's probably the number one thing you should not do. Why? Because it creates a bad relationship between food and exercise. It creates a bad relationship between food and exercise. What I try and tell my clients, especially the 21 days people who are just getting into this journey, is that like, don't look at your relationship between food and exercise as one thing. Split it. Do exercise because you enjoy it. Do eat healthy because it makes you feel good. But don't try and correlate between the two and have it be because of weight loss, if that makes any sense. You know, you don't want to eat this many calories so then you have to exercise this amount. That whole oh, if you eat a McDonald's fries it takes 100 burpees to burn it off. That's bullshit. That's not even true. So don't follow any of that shit. What you should do is get back on track. Not Monday, not in a week, not the first, none of that shit. If you fuck up on Saturday at 1 p.m., what are you doing for dinner? That's when you get back on track. And I will tell you, I have clients that succeed because they get right back on track. Yes, it's difficult after you feel like shit and you know, you don't want to eat your meal, but it's important that one, you don't skip any meals, you just get right back into your routine. That's how you make progress. And yeah, maybe your progress stalled that week because you overate in calories, but you have to take responsibility for that, understand, and just keep moving forward. Because if you harp on that one mistake or that one slip up, that mental just the emotions you feel around it and the regret, that feeling, that's gonna haunt you and that's gonna tear you apart way more than the meal actually does. So especially because most of the meals, like, you know, even if you go out and you eat healthy and you feel bad about it, like, it's all salt and like you just feel like crap after, so you already feel like crap. Don't make yourself feel any worse and just get right back into it. You know, like I said, the worst thing that's gonna happen, you're gonna tear yourself apart. You know, I feel like everyone is so much in their head and thinking way too much about stuff that it's an all or nothing thought. Oh, well, I just you know, fucked up on my diet, so now I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my weekend. That's not how it works, because then you start your Monday feeling like shit, and then it's just a cycle. You need to break that cycle. So how do you do it? As soon as you have that meal that's off plan, you get right back on track. Drink your water. Eat that meal, even if you're not hungry. Yeah, you're probably gonna go over your calories for the day, but you've already passed that and you've already made that, taken that step. So get back into your routine as soon as possible, and that's how you make progress. You have to break the cycle. So, you know, like I said, I understand that it's totally different than what I preach and what I'm doing. You know, I was sick this week, and I feel like every time I pick up this camera, I'm sick. I've been sick since like September, I realized, and just like non-stop, and you know, Maya's on and off, and it's like, I feel like every time I pick up the camera, I'm telling you guys that I'm sick. But I've never been sick in my entire life. I think the last time I was sick was like 4 years ago in California, and even before that, I'd never get sick. But you know, you wear masks for a year and a half, and now all of a sudden you're exposed to everything, and then Maya's in daycare, so whatever the reason. But anyway, side note. So you just, in prep, you just get it done. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, just all you have to do is get right back on track. And I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I know. But in the long run, that's how you make progress. Mentally, physically, all of it. It's how you break the cycles. It's how you just keep going. Okay? So, let me know if you guys have any questions about that. I can talk more about it, but that's pretty much it. And then obviously take a look at like your diet, talk to your coaches, find out why you went off plan, whether it's, you know, you made the decision just to go off plan, or you just you were restricting during the week, or whatever the case may be. Talk to your coach, let your coach know. They need to know. Okay, that's probably the most important thing, communication. So yeah, so don't over exercise, don't cut out foods, none of that. Just get right back on track and you guys will be good. So anyway, I did want to talk about that. Like I said, it's Saturday, 8:50 now. I only have one PT today, and then I'm gonna do my workout, go home, spend the rest of the day with my family. We had a nice little date night yesterday. My husband and I, my mother-in-law actually stayed. She watched Maya during the day, and then she stayed so that we could go to the movies. We haven't been to the movies in years. So we went to go see the new Bond movie. I love Daniel Craig. He's getting a little older now, but he's just, there's something about him. He's such a good actor, and I just think he's so handsome. So we went to go see the new Bond movie. It was so good. 3 hours, but it kept my attention and I loved it. I love his movies. So I recommend seeing that if you're looking for something to do. And then we got home, it was 7 o'clock. Maya was in a good mood, putting her to bed a little bit later anyway because of the turning back the clocks or fall back or whatever it is. I went to go make my dinner. I actually skipped a meal because, oh, not skipped, but I pushed back a meal so that we could go to the movies. I'm learning to be a little bit more flexible too in my life, you know what I mean? Like, I fit my meals in where I'm not hungry all the time. So like, I just didn't eat my meal at 3 o'clock like I normally do because the movie was at 3. So normally I would bring it, but you know, I'm trying to be a little bit flexible for my husband because he's been through this 100 times. So I just pushed my meal back and I went to go make my dinner, realized that my ground turkey that I had in the refrigerator was bad. So I had to go to the store. I was waiting for that. When you get into prep, and like I said, when your coach gives you ground turkey for dinner, you don't try and figure out how to substitute it. You go to the store and you get ground turkey. If you need egg whites and you ran out, you stop what you're doing, you go to the store and you get your egg whites, or you finish it later. You know what I mean? Like you fit it in later. You don't just, oh well, I didn't have turkey so I had chicken instead. It doesn't add up that way. So I like to be perfect in my check-ins when I go to tell him. So, you know, what did I do? 7 o'clock, 7:30 last night, I went to the grocery store, picked up some ground turkey. We needed some other stuff, but it was like an in and out thing. All I wanted to do was get my turkey and get home. Got home, cooked my dinner. Maya went to bed, had my dinner. But yeah, other than that little mishap, it was a good Friday night. And then I actually had a posing session with my posing coach yesterday, and it was so, oh my God. These coaches, they know so much. Like, the posing is so different, and I feel like every session, I've only had 2 so far, I feel like I'm learning so much every time. It's just the way they explain it, they're so detail oriented and I love it. So learned a lot. I meant to film it. I had my camera set up, and I probably already posted just a walk a few times getting ready for, because I like to warm up. I like to warm up before, and I forgot to hit record. So I was just so excited to start the session, I just didn't record it. So I did have a posing session though, got a lot of feedback, a lot to work on. So I only meet with them about once a month because I'm so far out from the show. I don't need to be meeting with them so often. So I have a lot of practice to do. So I'm excited. I brought my heels today. I'm gonna practice some posing after, and that's pretty much it. So you know, things are rolling, things are going. What is this, 8, 9? I don't even know. I think we're at the end of 8 weeks in, and it's so funny. Like, you sign up for a 12-week prep. I've always done 12-week preps, except my last one was 20 weeks, and I can't believe this is 8 weeks. If I was in a 12-week prep, I'd be 4 weeks out from a show. Like, 12 weeks is nothing. If you think about it, 12 weeks is nothing. I can't believe that I'm already 8 weeks in. Like, that time flew by, and obviously I've seen changes have happened, and it's possible to do a prep in 12 weeks, but man, there's no time to build. There's no time for shit. Like, you have to be ready at 12 weeks to basically cut. Like, And you know, that's why I try and tell my clients, like, I guess I realize that because I'm starting to coach people into competition prep and stuff, and I realize that. So you know, people who are interested in doing the April show for the WBFF that we're going to be coaching, I tell them to start now, but like, you don't even realize, like, it seems so far off, like, oh, 6 months, but that's how many weeks, you know what I mean? Half of that is the 12 weeks. So like, what are you doing the other half? You should be building, you should be starting now. So you gotta build like your foundation. If you come into a prep super lean like I used to do, that's why I've never placed. That's why I've never, you know, done well, because I have no muscle. I've never taken the proper off season. I've never taken the proper process. And that's why everyone's like, oh, you're in prep, when are you competing? I'm like, not for probably a year, hopefully, because I need that time, you know, like, so I don't know. It's just food for thought. If you're thinking about competing, you know, get a coach, get them early, start far, far out. You need way more than 12, 24, whatever it is, 20 weeks. You need far more than that. Just my personal opinion. You know, obviously some people are different and they have a background in it and you just need the cut, but that's fine. But man, quickly realizing that time is flying. Time is flying. So anyway, that's my spiel for today. I am going to end the video here. Like I said, just gonna go do my PTs, working out, posing. That's it for this Saturday. I think I am gonna do the question box on my Instagram, so if you guys do have questions, instead of asking me every day in the gym, just put it in the question box, please. Please. And I can answer it, because I get a lot of the same questions too. So whether you're interested in competing, whether you want to know something specific about my prep, about working with me in general, about, I don't know, how agents doing through all this, whatever it is, so, or tips on baby Maya, just put it in the question box. So I will leave that up this week. I'm not sure when, probably a couple times, just so I can get enough questions, because it's not like I get DM'd every day, you know what I mean? Like, I get a couple questions, so just want to add them all in together in one big group. So yeah. Other than that, any question you guys do have will probably be answered on the next video. So be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for following along, guys. I'm sorry about this light. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I should have closed this. Maybe that would have helped. Oh my god. This is so slow, first of all. If this helps. Oh my god, look at the lighting now. I feel like an idiot. I thought the light was coming from here. I feel like such an idiot. Okay, let's open this back up. Sorry, guys. So if you couldn't see me, hopefully you could hear me, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for following.